On February 16, 2015, a CSX crude oil train derailed at Mount Carbon, West Virginia. At the time of the accident, the train was being led by CREX ES44AC number 1349 and CSX ES40DC number 5243, was traveling through Mount Carbon, West Virginia, an area of a town known as Andrea Village, across the river from the Boomer Bottom. An investigation by federal authorities using data found in the train's digital data records revealed that the train was traveling at 33 miles per hour at the time of the accident. The weather at the time of the accident was 15 degrees with 8 inches of recent snow. The train was traveling about 33 miles per hour before the 50 mile per hour speed limit for the area and a 40 mile per hour speed restriction imposed by CSX due to cold weather. Then it happened.
A train carrying more than 100 tankers of crude oil derails in southern West Virginia, Take a look. It sent at least one tanker into the Kanawha River, igniting 14 tankers and sparking a house fire. Neighbors were quickly evacuated. No one was hurt. It's not clear whether snow had anything to do with the wreck. 2 nearby water treatment plants closed their intakes and asked customers to conserve water.
The second car on the train, the first tanker car behind the buffer car, through the 28th car derailed. The first 5 of these cars, positioned 2 to 6, turned over on their sides. The next 18 cars, at positions 7 to 24, piled up into a tight accordion sidle, while the last 4 cars that derailed at the positions 25 to 28 were somewhat in line. Cars 7 through 25 released their oil. Only 2 of the cars were punctured, and 4 leaked only due to valve or fitting damage. The remaining 13 suffered from thermal tears. These thermal tears were likely the cause of a violent fireball erupting. The first fireball occurred 25 minutes after the derailment, and the 13th and last fireball happening more than 10 hours later. The fire burned for 4 days, finally burning out on February 20th. One person was treated for potential inhalation, according to CSX. As of February 17th, the West Virginia National Guard took water samples to determine whether oil seeped into the Armstrong Creek, and CSX contractors also monitored the air for pollution linked to the fires. Federal Railroad and Hazardous Materials officers are currently probating the accident, and Governor Tomlin declared a state of emergency. Immediately following the accident, the various emergency response agencies organized the Unified Command for the West Virginian Train Derailment as a central command. The UCWVTD ordered evacuations of the Mount Carmel areas most at risk for the fires. As the situation improved in the days that followed, most residents were allowed to return home. The cause of the derailment was determined to be a broken rail. So specifically, it was a failure known as a vertical split head, where the top of the rail is split lengthwise. Specialized rail inspections in this area were performed by CSX contractor Sperry Rail Service using internal rail flaw detector cars. Inspections on December 17, 2014 and January 12, 2015 revealed a defect at the point where the rail later broke. However, in both cases, the inspector did not perform a detailed inspection by hand as required. The inspector told investigators that he brought the indications from his instruments were simply caused by rough rail service conditions. It was also revealed that the inspector had been working on the CSX territory for 15 years, but had not given the enhanced training that a new employee would have been given. It's been 7 years since this wreck, and I'm glad nothing like this has happened since.